In this video, we are going to see how we can assemble or manufacturing the finished goods using the raw materials, since we have already entered the bill of material or the recipe management system for this particular finished goods. In sheet 1, we have created the shirts and pants, and we have defined that for each shirt to be manufactured, this is the recipe that needs to be followed. So it should automatically deduct this inventory and manufacture the finished goods like shirts and pants. So we have already done that. That means we already have configured the finished goods based on the raw materials that is already linked. Now we just need to manufacture this. So for that, we just head over to the manufacturing and click on products and click on products first. And let's make sure that you have 0 quantity on hand for pants and 0 quantity on hand for shirts. So after that, just click on the operations and click on the manufacturing orders. From here, we manufacture this. But first of all, we need to check whether we have the updated quantity. And I've already checked that, and I find an error for this quantity on hand. So what I'll do is I'll just change it to, let's say 90,000. Let me just show you. In the products, I can see 90,000 here. I just click here and just change it from here, or otherwise just click on update and change it from here. Why I need to change this? Because right now I am in July and the transactions we are trying to enter is of January. So what happens is, let's say in any particular bill, we set the accounting date to 31st of January like we did. And for some of the transactions even, they already considered the date as, if you check the journal entries, you can see that it is already still updated in the current dates. So that might cause problems. So what I have done is I have just updated the quantity just for the sake of example. We will see later on the product relation. Don't worry about that. We are just learning the process, and I'll tell you completely then that when we purchase the items and build the stock, how we can update it in different areas. So don't worry about that. Just change the quantity, whatever is required. Just click on the products and click on products again. We need to make one changes as well. If we click on the pens, you remember that we have set it to raw materials. We need to change that. So if we go back and click on inventory, in the configuration, we need to create a new category. So what we'll simply do is just create a duplicate of this existing one. Select this, click on actions and click on duplicate. Now I'll just select this one, change it to finished goods. And we want to make sure that whatever is received in the finished goods should be categorized separately. That means whenever something is manufactured, it should go out from the raw materials and move to the finished goods. Here we only have this inventory stock that is received in 110100, as you can see here. So the problem is that we cannot edit it from here. So instead we just go to the accounting application, click on configuration and click on chart of accounts. And under the stock, I'll just change this name to raw materials. Save it. And we create a new one, which should be 110101. 110101. And this is inventory finished goods. Click on save, go back. Let's go back to the manufacturing. Now you might face this problem in Odoo a little bit, because you have to define all the ledgers by yourself. So you have to make sure that everything goes well when we manufacture the items. So let's click on products and click on products again. Want to make the category first. So let's go to the inventory module, click on the categories, and we have already created this finished goods. Let's change it here, 110, and I'll change this to finished goods. Once it is produced, it goes out of, not from cost of production, but from raw materials. So 110, and it goes out of raw materials. Click on save. And now let's attach this configuration with pants and shirts. This one to finished goods, save it. And let's go to the next one. This one should be linked to finished goods and save it. Now, if we head over finally to manufacturing, click on operations and manufacturing orders. We click on new. We select the shirts because we are going to manufacture the shirts. So on 15th of January, we want to build this assembly. Now just remember that we changed the quantity at the back end so that everything can work smoothly. We will see later on how we can update all the quantities and everything, because But just to keep it simple so that I can enter it on the same dates and it won't create any confusion, I just update the quantity at the back end. So shirts assembly, as you see that when we selected shirts, it automatically gives us the complete recipe and all the available quantities. So if we want to manufacture 4,000 shirts, we will see that all the quantities are available. Click on confirm and you can see that all the quantities are available. Click on produce all and that's done. We click on the products and click on products again, and now we see that the shirts is updated here. Again, let's go to the second one. We want to assemble pants, operations, manufacturing orders. Okay, before doing this next thing, click on the accounting and click on accounting and journal entries. Here is the valuation for the shirts manufactured. Just click on this and we see that the raw material is credit and finished good is debit, and that is exactly what we want to do here. So let's continue with our manufacturing process. Click on operations, click on manufacturing orders, click on new. And this time we are going to manufacture pens. So on 15th of January, we want to manufacture that. Automatically it pops up the complete recipe of this for one pen. So if you want to manufacture 4,000 pens, it will automatically show the updated quantity requirement here. And since we are making it smoother to just allow us to enter on it on the same dates, we click on confirm. And that's how the quantity will be consumed at the back end. Click on produce all. We want to make sure that in the products, and if we click on products again, we have the updated quantity shown right here. And if you finally want to see the journal entry effect, go to the accounting and click on accounting and journal entries. Here is the latest one, that is pens. So if we check that, you can see that finished goods is debit and raw materials is credit. Perfect treatment. Let's go to the next one. Click on operations, manufacturing orders, click on new. It's very simple, guys. You can repeat this video several times. You can just rewind that. I just showed you all the process, but what you can do is you can just make some setting, stop at that point, and then move on to the next setting, because this video involves a couple of settings, I know, so it might be confusing for you, but this is how you follow. Just make one setting at a time and don't listen the complete video together. So let's move to the next one, that is 20th January, shirts assembled. I'm already in the manufacturing orders. Click on the new, and this is shirts. As you can see, some of the quantity is not available. So to make it smoother, we will just locate that later on. But I'll just click on the inventory, products, and cloth A was not available. So let me just update an adjustment for now. Click on that, and how much quantity is required? Let's update it to 10,000 for now. And it's a great thing that MYOB still allows us to update the quantity so that we can firstly perform the operations, note down all the adjustments that we made, and then we can locate that adjustment and correct the previous transactions if we want to, or if you want to make any changes, we can do that. So let's continue with the manufacturing. Click on the operations and click on manufacturing orders, click on new. And now we want to manufacture shirts. The date of transaction is 20th of January. Deadline is, let's say, also of today. This is the complete recipe. We want to manufacture 3,000 shirts. All of the quantity is available. Click on confirm. And as we can see, this quantity is not available as well. So it's not available. What we can do is just go back to the manufacturing orders at this stage, and it's thread. Just notice that. Let's go to the products and let's update the thread. Pass an adjusting entry for now. Let's click on update. Click on, let's type it 20,000. Click save. Go to the manufacturing orders. This is the order that we want to check. Now, if you open this, you can check the availability again. So this is how you can do that. Let's say that you have some problems with the date. Normally why it shows up, guys, that might be because let's say that you have entered a transaction of purchase. Like you can see button shirts, we have purchased 90,000. But let's say that you have purchased it on the wrong date. You have purchased it on 31st of January, or let's say on the current date. So if you want to manufacture anything earlier than the purchase of raw materials, obviously it will show you that we don't have the quantity. So, but that is a complete ordered process that we can see later on. It takes a lot of time to identify those transactions. So instead we just updated the quantity with just an adjusting entry, just to learn the manufacturing process. So click on produce all, and that's how it's done. Click on new again. And now we have pens. Date of transaction is 20th of January. and this is the complete recipe, and we want to manufacture 2000 pens. Click on confirm, and this quantity is not available. So what we will do is quickly button pens. We'll keep this one as it is. State is confirmed, component status is not available. So go to the products and we just update the button pens. Click on update for now. Click on this one. Let's make it 10,000. Click on save. Let's go back to the manufacturing process. Click here, check the availability, and now it doesn't show any error. Click on produce all, and let's check the final journal entry for pens. Click on the accounting and journal entries, and here is the final entry. So we have inventory finished goods debit and raw materials credit. So basically this is how the complete production system works. The problem was we just needed to find what caused that error of shortage. That is, again, I explained to you that if the purchase is on some other date, or there is something, let's say, is accidentally saved in the draft, you might see this availability error, but we just entered some of the adjustments, and then we have completely manufactured the assembly successfully. So that's how we do it. Just try this by yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.